Right now is one of the busiest times to be on the Maine Turnpike this long weekend. Leaders with the Maine Turnpike Authority say from now until 7 o'clock tonight will be the busiest time in the northbound lanes, obviously due to an expected influx of tourists. Tomorrow, both the north and southbound lanes are expected to be busiest from 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. The southbound lanes will be their busiest from noon to 7 on Monday as people leave the state. We told you yesterday the MTA is expecting 1 million people to use the turnpike throughout the holiday weekend. A little safety reminder, we are also in the middle of Maine's Click It or Ticket campaign. The Bureau of Highway Safety noted a slight decline in seatbelt usage over the last few years. The agency estimates 10% of drivers and passengers do not wear seatbelts at night. Last year, 44 people who died in crashes were not wearing seatbelts, according to the Bureau of Highway Safety. This additional enforcement effort runs through the end of the month of May. Now, while millions of people are still planning to travel, many are scaling back their plans because of higher fuel costs. The nonprofit Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy estimates Americans nationwide will spend an extra $3.5 billion on gas this weekend. Experts say people also might change what type of trips they take. Instead of traveling far, some may opt for camping or visiting a national park. Even those who go on a trip might change their plans when they get there.
They might not eat out as much as they might have, or they might not spend as much money on certain more expensive activities as they might have otherwise.
Right now, AAA estimates a regular gallon of gas costs $4.51 in Maine, just under the national average of $4.55. And those high gas prices are changing people's Memorial Day weekend plans of getting out on the water. CENTER Maine's Drew Peters shows us how boating businesses are combating higher fuel prices this summer.
She's full. Thank God.
A full tank is a precious commodity for Owen Johnson.
So much. We burn anywhere from 1 to 2 gallons an hour up to 10 gallons an hour.
Hundreds of gallons of diesel he's expecting to burn during the busiest time of year for his yacht charter business.
We're kind of eating a lot of the extra costs this year.
Hoping to keep passenger prices the same, while the cost of diesel sits at nearly $2 higher than last summer.
Before you even get the boat off the dock, we see it at the store. We drive down here, and then as soon as we're into our season, we'll see it.
Struggles other charter captains docked at Southport Marina, like Pete Speeches, are dealing with.
It's money right out of our pocket. I burn about 40 to 50 gallons a day.
Money both men are looking to save by reducing their boat speeds and trip lengths.
Trying to conserve a little bit of fuel, shutting the boat off instead of letting it idle all day.
Marina owner Kip Reynolds says he's also trying to keep fuel costs as low as possible for customers. But the price of boating parts and dock equipment are becoming difficult to swallow.
It's affecting everything from delivery services, and no matter what, if you operate motorized vehicle that uses some sort of petroleum product in it.
Increased fuel costs that staff here at Casco Bay Lines are also seeing.
All of our costs across the board have gone up.
In an effort to maintain ticket rates and ferry schedules for thousands of passengers expected this year, they'll be introducing the line's first electric hybrid ferry.
It'll have environmental effects, benefits, and then it will also insulate us from dramatic, sudden increases in energy prices.
And while ferry staff are confident they'll be able to weather the costs, smaller businesses like Johnson and Peels are more wary.
That's just the nature of the beast. I think, everyone's going to have to deal with it.
In Portland, Drew Peters, CENTER Maine.
New development in a story we brought you earlier this week. Maine's Attorney General is pushing back against a threat from the Department of Justice, all centered around unmarked license plates for ICE agents. Earlier this week, the DOJ threatened to sue the state of Maine if it did not rescind its policy that prevents unmarked plates from being used for immigration enforcement. The DOJ called Maine's policy discriminatory and unlawful. Well, Attorney General Aaron Fry says ICE applied for 16 confidential license plates between January and March of 2026. He says they signed the application promising not to use them for immigration enforcement. But the AG says an ICE agent admitted to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles those unmarked plates would be used for immigration enforcement. Fry called that to be a material false statement and said that's why Maine did not issue the plates. He goes on to say Maine has granted those plates to other federal agencies so far this year and that the policy is not discriminatory nor unlawful. The U.S. Small Business Administration wants to hear from business owners impacted by the deadly fire in Searsmont that happened a week ago today. That fire forced the Robbins Lumber Mill to close temporarily, leaving businesses that depend on it with difficult questions about what to do now. The state is asking business owners to fill out an economic injury worksheet. They say that paperwork is necessary for Maine to request a disaster declaration from the federal government. A disaster declaration would provide Maine with more resources. You can reach out to the Maine Emergency Management Agency for more information.